What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another Street Fighter Duel video, and in today's video, well, the time has finally arrived, you all. The time we have all been waiting for, the fighter we have all been waiting for, my favorite Street Fighter character, probably your favorite Street Fighter character, is now officially in Street Fighter Duel. That's right, you guys, as you guys can see on screen, Akuma is officially here. In today's video, we're going to be using our 70 tickets, or 7 multis total, to go ahead and summon for this character, and just go ahead and give our generalized thoughts and opinions on these events. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and talk about it. So yesterday they did drop this banner a day early, and I decided to go ahead and hold off on making a video summoning for him because we were of course going to be seeing the official events drop today, which are now in the game, as you guys can see here. I'm not going to go into each and every single one of these today because I want to more so just focus on the banner and the summons and just kind of give my opinions on this, because we did talk quite a bit about the Monster Hunter Ken events and how that was a very big botch on Crunchyroll Games' part, and this is not much better, but it is a little bit better, and we'll kind of talk about why. So first and foremost, guys, when it comes to the banner structure itself, there is not going to be any sort of apparent pity. At least from what we can see, there is no pity bar, there is no pity system that we can necessarily see here, so unless there's something going on in the background, which doesn't appear to be, there is not going to be any sort of hard or soft pity with this banner, which is quite unfortunate. But when it comes to the actual summons, you guys already know we have these tickets here that we can use in order to summon on this banner, and as you can tell right here, unfortunately, there aren't going to be a whole lot of ways to pick these up, and no, we cannot use our gems for this banner. So there is that. So the currency is a limited currency. These tickets here you can get through the shop, the events, or the mall. Right now, basically, the biggest way that you're going to be able to pick these up is through purchasing them, unfortunately, and that's just going to be the way it's going to be. And it's kind of wild the amount of money that they want for summons on this guy. As you guys can see, $100 gets you 3 multis. Yeah, and there's no guarantee of getting anything. So yeah, when it comes to purchasing anything, I'm not going to tell you guys how to spend your money, but I would tell you right now, I would rather cut off a pinky finger than go in here and spend $100 for 3 multis on any gacha banner, much less on Akuma. You know, this character might be one of my favorite characters in video game history, but unfortunately, I don't love him that much. So when it comes to the pricing on this stuff, very, very ridiculous. When it comes to the actual free tickets that we're getting with this event, there are some ways of getting them. Of course, if you go into the events, there's going to be some ways of getting these, whether you're doing the Cycle of Fate, or whether you're playing the Shura trial, or whether you're doing any of these other events that came along with this. I do believe that the math on that is going to be around 55 total free tickets on top of what we had already gotten for that login event. So that's kind of what you're looking at there, roughly. So just shy of another 6 multis on top of the ones that we had already been given. So while they are being pretty giving with these, as far as comparing this against the Monster Hunter Ken event, unfortunately, when it comes to being able to pick this character up, especially considering the fact that he is not going to be available in any of the other banners. He is not available in Divination yet, unfortunately, and we're going to talk about how you can get him in Divination here in a moment, but he's also not going to be in any of the general pools. So yeah, when it comes to these banners, yeah, I don't know why they decided to go this direction. I don't know what they were really thinking with this whole situation, but they decided to wake up and choose violence, I suppose. So yeah, you can't get him any other way than through the special summon, through the special summon tickets. And if you want to get him in Divination, well, as you guys can see right here on the bottom over left of the screen, well, unfortunately, you're going to need to go ahead and get him to SSS. So yeah, not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. I don't know why they chose to do this. This is going to, one, require you to spend a lot of money to get this character up to SSS, unless you are just absolutely the luckiest player in the world. And as we've already established, those tickets are pretty damn pricey. And overall, getting to SSS, getting that many dupes of this character is a pretty wild ask for the community. So yeah, if you want to get him in the divination pool to even be able to go ahead and get him with your gems, you're going to have to get him to SSS is kind of the bottom line here, and it's very unfortunate. And this event overall is a giant, I don't want to say it's an L. I don't want to say it's a giant L, but it's not a win. It's definitely not a win. At best, the best you can say about it is it's better than the Monster Hunter Ken event, but not by a ton. I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you that I'm very hype on this. I'm really not. Now, there is one other way that you can get these tickets. If you go in here, you take a look, you can purchase 3 of these a day. You cannot refresh the shop to get more chances at them, so you're basically going to only be able to get 3 of these, and it goes from 800 for one ticket to 1,000 for another ticket to 1,200 for the third ticket a day. So for 3 tickets, you're basically looking at 3,000 gems. So your gems aren't completely useless, right? Good Lord. Now, you know, jokes aside, if you guys are really, really hard up for Akuma and you really want this character because he is top tier, he is an uber character, he will help your account if you build him up completely, then go for it. You know, at the end of the day, how you spend your gems, how you spend your money is your prerogative. But I personally don't necessarily think that 3,000 gems for 3 single summons is worth it. But hey, some people might deem it worth it. Just for me personally, not my bag. Not going to be doing that. I did 3 of them yesterday, but I don't think I'm going to be continuing that. I might just pick up the 1 a day for the 800 and just go with that, but I haven't decided yet. But overall, when it comes to these events, there are going to be quite a few things that you can do. Like I said, I don't want to go into all of this today and talk about all these, but there is an exchange shop, which is nice. It's always nice to be able to pick up these different things that you would want for building up your fighters as well as your account. So that's really nice. But overall, when it comes to some of this stuff, I really just can't get past the fact that they don't allow us to use our gems on this guy. And it's really, really unfortunate that we are at a point with this game already a month in where we just have absolutely zero hype around these drops, especially when Akuma was probably one of the most hyped characters possible to drop in this game. And the hype around him is very lukewarm considering what they've done here. And that is being generous because I know a lot of people are really upset about this. But overall, you guys, when it comes to this stuff, I'm not necessarily all that excited about what I'm seeing here. Is it an upgrade over the Monster Hunter Ken event? Yes, but is it much of one? Not really. And it's really unfortunate that Crunchyroll Games is so greedy when it comes to their business practices and the way they've decided to do this stuff. I just don't understand it, having played so many gacha games, currently actively playing so many gacha games, why they are so anti-consumer versus some of the other games that there are their competitors. But at the end of the day, when you're making $10 million in your first month, I guess you feel like you're on top of the world and can do whatever you want, right? But anyway, guys, that's enough of my whining and ranting, raving, complaining, what have you. I want to go in here and go ahead and just summon on this character. I'm not expecting anything, and at the end of the day, RNG is RNG. It is what it is, but hopefully we go ahead and pick up at least 1 copy of the character so I at least have him on my account and I can kind of tinker around with him. Ain't gonna do much on my account at this point in the game, but it is what it is. So let's just go ahead and get it kicked off here, you guys. We'll go ahead and use our first multi and see what we end up getting. So hopefully you guys have had some good luck on this banner, and really what we're looking for here is red, which we're not seeing, so we're not going to get him. So we'll just go ahead and just open all these. I'm not going to drag this out, so let's try it one more time here. Yeah, see, getting nothing, and this is kind of what I expect. So it is what it is. Oh boy. Okay, well at least we're getting some currencies here. Oh, we got Akuma. Okay, so we at least got a copy of Akuma. That's what we wanted. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do this. And there he is, boys. So we at least got 1 copy, which is nice. He does have a 2% drop rate. So there's that. So it isn't necessarily like his drop rate is the lowest thing in the world. Again, it's just really unfortunate that we can't use our gems on this banner, but it is what it is. So, all right, we have 3 more multis here, but I guess I probably should have shown you guys this, but you probably already knew this. But yeah, like I just mentioned, 2% drop rate, so there you have it. Go ahead and use more of these, just see if maybe we can get a dupe. before the end of these tickets, because I really don't foresee us being able, I'm definitely not going to be spending money on this banner. I'm not going to reward them for seemingly bad behavior, at least what I perceive as bad behavior. I'm not going to be doing that. So, all right, well, there you go, guys. 7 multis. We got 1 copy of Akuma, and at least we can say that we got him. So there you have it, you guys. That's what we got. We got 1 copy of Akuma in 7 multis, and that pretty much tells you right there, just to give you guys kind of some sort of reference, frame of reference for what you're looking at. We just did 7 multis here, and if we go back to the mall, do keep in mind, we did 7 multis, got 1 copy of Akuma. They want $100 for 3 multis. So we just spent the equivalent of a little over, in Crunchyroll Games' minds, a little over $200 worth of summons for 1 copy of Akuma. So if that gives you any sort of idea on what it's like going in here and spending money on this banner, again, use caution. Do not do anything rash. I know that he might be your favorite character. Trust me, he's mine. But like I said, I would rather cut off a digit than get any of these packages for the amount of money they're asking for what is in here. It isn't worth it, in my opinion. That's just coming from me, who, like I said, I've played a lot of gacha games. I've seen a lot of value propositions, and the value proposition in this game is not good. It is not good at all, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know yours in the comments section down below. Like I said, to me, this event is an upgrade over what we saw with the Monster Hunter Ken event, but not by much. And unfortunately, it just seems like at this point, they just want to be as greedy as possible with these banners. There's no hard pity, there's no soft pity. There's no way to use these gems, which we're all kind of hoarding, hoping to be able to pick up our favorite characters. This is one of the few gacha games I've ever played where it feels like your gems are not useless, but at the same time, they definitely don't have the value that summoning currency does in other games. And it's really unfortunate that they've decided to go this direction. Hopefully they give us something like some sort of free gifts to our inboxes every day. Maybe they'll do something like that, like they did with the Monster Hunter Ken event. As of the making of this video, there has not been any word on anything like that. When it comes to anything else going on in here, it's really sad that they just decided to not put him in divination and have forced us to get him to Triple S. Triple S is ridiculous to get him into divination, in my opinion. He's pretty much built for most players at that point, outside of just getting the extra stars on him. So, you know, it's really sad the way that Crunchyroll Games has decided to treat this game. They've done this game very dirty because this is a really great game. It's just really sad the way that Crunchyroll Games has decided to kind of steer the ship when it comes to the global release of this. So anyway, you guys, that's just my opinion. You can let me know yours in the comments section down below. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on it, but again, this is my favorite character in Street Fighter, one of my favorite characters in video games, and I've been waiting, saving for this character, like undoubtedly a ton of you guys have as well. And to see him treated like this, to see this event treated like this, it's just kind of unfortunate. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to play around with my my one sole copy of Akuma, I suppose. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to take off. You all take care. Peace.